soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing on first down. Pull. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Pull. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd down, Pull. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3, and it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one, so now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, pull. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
58 is the mic. 58 is the mic.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
But, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And, look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. It'll buy some time right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front. last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. You don't want none to go.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Tua. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
KJ Hamler returning it.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On first down, Poole. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw. Poole.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hamler now to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Poole.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. It's caught. Cooper. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Tua, a final shot before half. Flush to his right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Let's go. Let's go. Interception, baby.
So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Now a handoff looking right. Pushes him over. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
17's Mike 17.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Colts are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Poole. And that will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Open man right side is Ingram. And he will have a Titans 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 58 looking to pass. Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Coltsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
The ball is free. Taylor lost it. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were, and so possession will remain with Indy.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Bobby Okereke in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Tua on 4th down. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A.J. Brown. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's 21-3. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At their own 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, Poole eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Poole. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Poole. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, Poole. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua. He's going to air one out. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. The extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Throwing the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Off play action. Poole. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And the Titans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa rolling, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Tua now, third and goal. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point safely through, and the lead will swell by one more.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because There are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that.
And got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Indy.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Kill.
Throwing again. Pull. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Off the play fake. Pull. Going for it all. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Looking to throw. Pull. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. To throw on 2nd down. Pull. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Colts are going to take over here up near the 40. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So